Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Scannell here. For your level 4 Recorder Hero songs, these are the roadie songs. There's actually only one here and it uses a new note. The rest of the song is actually very similar to Merrily We Roll Along, but this one has that new note high D in it. When we play high D, I'm going to start the note by, like I'm going to play the note A, thumb, first, and second finger. To get the note D though, if I look at my fingering chart down here, it looks like I don't have my thumb down and I also don't have my first finger down. So I lift up my thumb and I lift up my first finger, and I'm just going to use my middle finger on that second hole to play the note D. Ooh, this one comes out really high. Let's try playing a few echo patterns. I play first, you echo after me, using the new note D. Remember, middle finger on that second hole. Here we go. One more. One thing to keep in mind when we are learning some of these new notes, my first finger is always going to cover the first hole on the recorder. My thumb is always going to cover the thumb hole. Each finger only will ever cover the hole that it's over, and your fingers never slide. Okay, so I'm never going to go like this to play D with my first finger. I'm always going to use that second finger. So like I play A, but I lift up my thumb and I lift up my first finger. So my middle finger always plays that second hole down, and that's the only hole that it's in charge of covering or uncovering. Just like my first finger is only ever going to be in charge of covering or uncovering that first hole. Same thing with E. I'm always using these two fingers to play E. I'm not trying to switch to this or to this, because then when I try to switch to new notes, it's going to be really complicated. Let's take a look at Mary Had a Little Lamb, and this one asks you to only label the high Ds. It says play the rest by reading the notes and using your ears. If you've already mastered Merrily We Roll Along, this one shouldn't be hard at all. So as I go along, B, A, G, A, B, 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 A, B. And on Merrily We Roll Along, I went B, B, B. But on Mary Had a Little Lamb, we take this up to that new note high D. B, D, 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 D. Whoops, not S. D. Let's get this out of here, small again. And then we've got that same thing. B, A, G, A, B, 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 A, B, A, G. So almost identical to Merrily We Roll Along, except for these extra D's here. Let's say the notes in rhythm first. Ta, 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 ta. Secondly, we're going to go ahead and we're going to say those note names. See if you can remember them from Merrily We Roll Along. We start on B. Ready, here we go. B, A, G, A, B, 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 A, B, D, D, B, A, G, A, B, 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 A, B, A, G. And finally, we're going to finger along before we play it for real. 1 and 2, say and finger, here we go. B, A, G, A, B, 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 A, B, D, D, B, A, G, A, B, 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 A, B, A, G. And one thing to keep in mind is your thumb from your right hand does need to stay on the back of the recorder here, because number one, you might have to play an E suddenly, but also when you play D, I'm supporting my recorder against my mouth, where my middle finger's down on that second hole, and then this finger, my thumb on my right hand, is actually pushing away so that I can hold my recorder like this without it falling. If I don't have my hand here, there's nothing to hold my recorder up and it'll drop. So make sure your other thumb is at the back of your recorder pushing away. Let's go ahead and play Mary Had a Little Lamb. 1, 2, ready, go. practicing, remember you can always rewind the video and go back to practice before you're ready to test. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.